Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. One of my subscribers has sort of raised the alarm that Tinubu has flooded most federal establishments with people of Yoruba descent, or Yorubas if you like. And he was sort of expressing bewilderment and surprise about this. But I told him that, look, the truth of the matter remains that Bola Tinubu made it clear that this administration, his administration, will be for the Yorubas, because at the time he was contesting for the ticket of the APC, he made it clear that this is the turn of the Yoruba and that it is his own turn. So having that kind of openness at the initial stage, what his administration is all about, it's all about the upliftment of the Yorubas in the scheme of things. I don't know why this guy was surprised and was complaining. So what he's doing, at least in his own case, he made it very clear. He, unlike former President Muhammadu Buhari, who came to power under the pretension of fighting corruption, of being somebody who is much more concerned about the welfare of the people, okay, and fighting for corruption. You know, he was seen as a grassroots person, somebody that the Talakawas can look up to protect their interest. And he literally scammed the country, in the sense that at the end of the day, corruption was worse under his administration than ever before. His administration, according to Transparency International record, was the most corrupt administration that this country has ever seen. And corruption perception index was the worst under his leadership for 8 years. You can go and check the records. So that his own, you can see that Tinubu's own, at least he made it clear that he was coming for an ethnic agenda. It was basic that that's what he's going to do. Of course, he has come and sprinkled some semblance of diversity in some places, like unlike Buhari, that they even want any person from Southeast to be in the Southeast Chiefs. At least Tinubu has made pretension of diversity by taking somebody from Southeast to be the chief of naval staff. But at the center of his administration is that this is the turn of the Yorubas. And what he's doing is no different from what Buhari did, because under Buhari you saw the ascendancy of the Fulani everywhere. That's how Buhari flooded everywhere with the Fulanis and their relations in terms of Hausa Fulani. Okay, you know, you have the Fulani, then you have the Hausa Fulani. At the top of the grade is the Fulani, then the second grade Hausa Fulani, then at the bottom is the Hausa. Then before we talk about the northern minorities. That's what Buhari did. And Tinubu is continuing in that light. So it's not something that should walk up anybody. Even though the constitution of the country made it clear the need to ensure diversity, that's why you have federal character principle and all that. But that's been applied in half, because each administration does as it wishes to do in terms of the issue of managing Nigeria's diversity. But look at everywhere, as the guy was complaining, say, why is everywhere? Every strategic area I could take about are just flooded by people of Yoruba descent. So I say, look, that's how it is. It is turn by turn. When you reach your turn, you do according to your people. I even reminded, I said, look at Yeso Wike. Don't you see the kind of cap he's wearing now? compare it to the kind of cap he was wearing before 2015. So it's all a part of the realities of today's Nigeria. And the truth of the matter remains that Tinubu, there are two things that Tinubu didn't pretend about at the campaign. He didn't pretend that he's coming to fight corruption. He didn't pretend that he's coming to make Nigeria any better. The idea was that it is the turn of the Yoruba and it is his turn. Now that he has gotten it as his turn, as the most qualified Yoruba to hold the position, he is doing the right thing he needs to do to ensure the ascendancy of the Yoruba in the scheme of things. And that's why he flooded everywhere with the people of Yoruba descent or people of Yoruba race. The only president, we have about only two presidents we can say ran Nigeria since 1999 like nationalists. Number one is Chief Olusegun Obasanjo. He is the most patriotic president that this country has ever had, and he will remain so for a long time to come. Because he is the number one in terms of diversity of his cabinet, in terms of diversity of position, in terms of respecting the diversity of Nigeria. He didn't run any government pandering to ethnicity and religion. He ran a balanced administration. His administration is the most balanced, the most nationalistic, and the most successful presidential administration in Nigeria because he laid the foundation of what you are seeing today. When you talk about the ICPC, you talk about the EFCC, you talk about all these structures you are seeing right now that are propelling our democracy to be a success or not, that it is. Or it's all thanks to the foundation that was laid by Chief Olusegun Obasanjo. So he didn't run his government in a parochial sentiment like Tinubu and Muhammad Buhari. He ran a government. You know that this man is indeed, if you are talking about the father of modern Nigeria, if you talk about the father of democracy in Nigeria, then you give it to Chief Olusegun Obasanjo. He ran the best and most diverse administration in our history since 1999. Then the second person to run such a balanced administration in which there were no complaints of marginalization from any quarters because he ran a balanced administration is that of President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Ebele Jonathan administration, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan administration was also one of the most diverse, most patriotic government you can ever think about. And that was why it's also the most exemplary. It conducted the best elections in this country. He was the one that introduced so much reforms in our electoral system. Of course, some of those reforms eventually consumed him because he lost the election. And it's showing you that he is a man of goodwill for the whole Nigeria. You can see how he considered defeat even before they finished the counting. He considered defeat because he is a man who insisted that no blood of any Nigerian is worth to be shed for him to remain in power. And there were a lot of grounds to disqualify that election. There were a lot of manipulations, both internal and external, that put that election into question. But because of the patriotism he had for this country, because he don't want any blood to be shed, he allowed sleeping dog to die. And that was how he surrendered his administration and handed over power successfully to the opposition, the first time in our history. So you can take it to the bank that the most nationalistic government had been that of Obasanjo and Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. The most divisive, Buhari and Tinubu. That is the way it is. You can, if you doubt it, give me your own proof. Give me your own proof that what I say is not true. Thank you for being part of this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget that don't forget to like this video, because when you like this video, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours. And under this video, you have links that will take you to Jumia. Anything you bought through this link, Jumia will give you 40% off from the normal price. And if it has to do with Christmas, there are things, some Christmas bonanza under the link at Jumia. Jumia can give you up to 80% off, 60% off in some of them. So take advantage of that, and have a Merry Christmas. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.